Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Miami Heat offseason mailbag: which NBA draft prospect is a perfect Heat culture fit? That they swing a trade for Donovan Mitchell, who would walk into Miami as the #1 scoring option and give the Heat's offense an identity based on pick and rolls with Bam Adebayo. Then, after making that major upgrade, decide to keep Jimmy Butler happy with a max extension. The Heat would be up against the second apron, but they can still fill out an expensive roster with veteran minimum salaries. If the Cavs accept a package built around Tyler Herro, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Orlando Robinson, this year's 15th overall pick, and future picks, then the Heat's opening night depth chart could look something like this. Some names I like that should be available for the minimum, or close to it: Goga Bitadze, Gary Harris, Sadie Osman, Chuma Okeke, Jordan Nwora, Dennis Smith Jr., Oshie Brissett, and Nick Batum. I've long had a soft spot for Okeke and Nwora. Okeke didn't get much playing time in Orlando after being picked 16th overall in 2019, but he is 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan and shined at Auburn because of his two-way play. He's only made 32% of his threes throughout his career, but the Heat have worked with non-shooters like Caleb Martin and Haywood Highsmith before. Nwora is another long forward, 6'8", 6'10" wingspan, who has made 37.6% of his threes over his 4-year career. Bitadze was the odd man out of Orlando's center rotation and could look for playing time elsewhere. The 18th overall pick in 2019 has flashed the ability to shoot from the perimeter but thrived as a big-bodied rebounder and rim protector while starting 33 games for the Magic last season. Can they? Absolutely. The coaching staff seemed especially intrigued by Williams' athleticism and scoring ability after averaging 21.7 points on 52% shooting in the G League last season. For Jamal Cain, this summer is make or break. He's been in the Heat's development system for 2 seasons now and was passed up for a standard roster spot going into last season. The Heat have been reluctant to call him up for a reason. Maybe it was simply a math issue since the Heat already had several wings on the roster. With Caleb Martin and Haywood Highsmith possibly leaving in free agency, there should be an opportunity for Cain to earn a call-up. Obviously, this depends on who is available at 15, but if Devin Carter made it to the Heat, then that's the obvious pick. Carter is a defensive-minded guard who competes hard, interviews well, and can make open threes, not to mention that his dad is former Heat assistant coach Anthony Carter. Beyond Carter, Darren Holmes too checks a lot of boxes the Heat typically look for. The 3-year Collegian has size, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, shot 38.6% from three-point range last season, and is a high IQ player who can do a bit of everything on defense. Miami wing Keyshawn George's value is all over the board, but I bet Eric Spoelstra would relish a chance to coach one of Jim Laronaga's pupils. He's a knockdown shooter with some off-the-dribble sizzle and the length, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, to project as a plus defender. But he's young, only 19, and raw. One other name I'm keeping an eye on: Baylor Scheierman. Why Devin Carter is perfect Bulls fit in 2024 NBA Draft. The Chicago Bulls finished up yet another mediocre season about a month and a half ago as they lost to the Miami Heat in the NBA play-in tournament. It was a disappointing season, so it was fitting for it to end in disappointing fashion. The Bulls got out to a good start in Miami as they hit a few threes early to go up 11-6, but it was all Heat after that. Miami won the game 112-91, and they went on to lose to the Boston Celtics, who have now made it to the NBA Finals. After going up 11-6, the Bulls surrendered a massive run and ended up going down by 20 in the second quarter. After they went down 20, the Bulls actually did a good job of weathering the storm. Chicago fought back and made it a 7-point game in the third quarter, but the Heat turned things back on and ended up winning in blowout fashion. The Bulls finished the regular season with a 39-43 record. They did get a win against the Atlanta Hawks in their first play-in tournament game, but they once again failed to make it into the playoffs. Chicago was just one win away, and a victory in Miami in the play-in tournament would have sent them to the playoffs, but they couldn't get the job done. So, another season is in the books for the Bulls. After starting 5-14, things went pretty well, but they are still far from satisfying this hungry fan base. No one really expected this team to make it to the postseason in the early stages of the year, so making it this far was exceeding expectations, but the fan base wants more. The Bulls front office has said that they are going to make some changes this offseason, but fans will believe it when they see it. The first thing that the Bulls need to do is have a good NBA draft. The draft is coming up in just a few weeks, and Chicago has the 11th overall pick. One name that has floated around for that pick is Devin Carter, and he would be a great fit for the Bulls. If Devin Carter is still available at pick number 11, he would certainly be a good option for the Bulls. Carter just finished up his college basketball career, and he spent one season with South Carolina basketball and 2 seasons with Providence basketball. He got better every season, and this past year was a big one for him. Devin Carter had a big season as he averaged just under 20 ppg while averaging 35.3 minutes per game. He also averaged 8.7 rpg and 3.6 apg. Carter is only 6'2", so his rebounding numbers are impressive. Carter would be a great fit for the Bulls because he is obviously a young player that would fit in well with other young members of their core like Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White. Carter is a player that can go get his team a basket when they need it, and he is also a solid three-point shooter, and that's huge for Chicago. The Bulls have been one of the worst three-point shooting teams the past few seasons, so getting someone that has the ability to shoot it from deep is important. Devin Carter 37.7% from deep last season, so he is definitely a capable shooter. All in all, Carter is a promising prospect, and it wouldn't be surprising to see him end up in Chicago with the 11th pick. Shaquille O'Neal reveals true story of trade demand to Dallas Mavericks. After achieving a three-peat with the late Kobe Bryant, former NBA star Shaquille O'Neal demanded a trade out of the Los Angeles Lakers. Turns out, the all-star big man almost went to the Dallas Mavericks instead of the Miami Heat. In 1996, O'Neal signed a groundbreaking contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, a 7-year deal worth $120 million, setting a new record in NBA history. The same year, he contributed to the United States Dream Team winning a gold medal at the Olympic Games in Atlanta. Throughout the late 1990s, O'Neal achieved numerous accolades, including All-NBA team selections. He earned a place on the All-NBA First Team in 1998 and would be selected to the First Team 7 more times from 2000 to 2006. In 2000, O'Neal was honored as the NBA's most valuable player. After signing a lucrative 3-year, $88.5 million contract extension, O'Neal played a pivotal role in leading the Lakers to 3 consecutive NBA championships from 2000 to 2002. However, in 2004, due to growing discontent with team management and conflicts with teammate Kobe Bryant, O'Neal was traded to the Miami Heat, marking a significant transition in his career. In just his second season with the Heat, O'Neal won a ring, playing beside Dwayne Wade. The thing is, he almost played with Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks after his stint in Los Angeles. The 4-time NBA champion shares more in a video shared by NBA Central on X. After winning his 4th ring with the Heat, O'Neal bounced around the league until his retirement in 2011. Some of the teams he played for are the Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Phoenix Suns. Over the course of his career, the all-star big man averaged 23.7 points on 58% shooting from the field and 52% from the free throw line, 10.9 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. If O'Neal's trade demand to Dallas was fulfilled back then, the trajectory of his career, along with that of Nowitzki, might have gone a different route. In any case, the former NBA star still did well in Miami with Wade. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Shaquille O'Neal? Leave your opinion in the comments.